Good morning. I've just done my pre-checkup for tomorrow. Pre-check-in for all four appointments, and they are, in the interest of a complete record, this is the phone I used to use, the S9. Do not use it anymore. Although I still need to use it for work for two-factor authentication. I have 3 different phones. 2 of these phones that I don't use anymore have different aspects of my two-factor authentication that I need to use for various things at work, so I have to sort of keep them active, and like this I have to charge even with no SIM card in it, because I need this phone to be able to pay with credit cards at work, because this has the 2FA for that, for the credit card site, and the old OnePlus has everything else. Nothing is on this, on the new phone, of course. So I'm still getting my way into my chart. Okay, so we have at 7 a.m. transthoracic echo complete adult. I think that's the stress test. I think. No. Oh, no, that's the imaging. Cardiac imaging echo. Okay. Right? My echo just went off. That's at 7. At 8, I have the stress test. Not really in the same place. They're 1 floor away from each other, so it shouldn't be too hard to get there. At 11 a.m., I have the consult with the cardiologist. And then at 2, I have the bone scan. And that's it. And then no more UCLA until, I don't know, I mean, I imagine I'm going to have to go, like, for video visits with with the hepatologist. Unless she changed her mind because she wasn't there the last appointment. So I just read all of your comments, Kimberly, and I agree. It's gonna be okay. I know it's probably gonna be better because, like, the only thing I can really do for myself is what I'm already doing: is eating better, getting the exercise, getting the sun, making sure I take the meds, keeping up my vitamins, all the things. It's the same thing I'm gonna have to do after, and going to the doctor. I have my gastro appointment is in June, so she gave me a good 3 months. I think part of my anxiety, though, is that while I appreciate my PCP, I think he's a little old school, which is fine. I have nothing against experience and knowledge. That's wonderful. I'm glad he's my PCP, but I need a mixture. My gastro knew immediately my problem. Like, the first visit, just looking at my numbers, she got it. She understood. And then she found the PBC, she found the celiac, she found it all. She did all of this. I trust her because she's very young, she's very modern, she's researching for me as far as I can tell. I mean, she's probably researching for her job, not necessarily for me. I don't think I'm like her pet project or anything. But I think I'm a very interesting case for her to get her teeth into, and I recognize in somebody who likes to learn and research, I recognize that in her. And that, as a physician, that matters. Not I'm as a physician, as she is a physician, that matters to me, that she is trying to keep up on the latest information, especially on something like this, where it's always going to be emerging, because there's always, there's a lot of work to be done on the liver, and there's a lot we still don't know. Like why some people get better and some people don't, And if still transplant is the gold standard, then there's a long way to go for that. So, but while my PCP has experience, and he's been working for 50 years, and that's valuable too. But I was getting anxious that I wouldn't be seeing my gastro as much, because she's the one. She gave me the beta blocker. She gave me the Ursodiol. She acts quickly when things. Excuse me. There was the issue with the cholesterol drugs, but as Alita said in one of the comments, it's a worry, but it's not the most important worry. It's not at all what we need to be thinking about. We need to be thinking about clearing out the bilirubin. We need to be thinking about the enzymes. we need to be thinking about why the liver is spitting out all that cholesterol. And as I don't have the triglycerides, and it's not high cholesterol from that everybody else has who has high cholesterol, it's because my liver is spitting out cholesterol. You know, the Lipitor's fine. I don't know if it's going to need to be a permanent thing. But even my gastro was like, it's okay that you're taking that. But you need to clear it with the hepatologist when you do see her, and she's right, and I will. Or if something bad goes wrong, if I find myself declining in some way, you know, the Lipitor and the beta blockers are the first two things to look at. I feel okay on the beta blockers. I had another dose last night and another dose this morning. I do feel a little bit like sort of floaty, lightheaded, but not really drowsy, and I'm able to work. I got a difficult job done this morning, so it was great. I even had to call the client, so I was on top of my game, so that was fine. That was great. But yeah, as to what Kimberly was saying, yeah, I know it'll be okay, and I know, like, there's something I'm going to appreciate when this is over. You know, being able to just breathe again and not be like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, you know. So I'm grateful for that. And at the same time, you know, I'm of two minds about everything because this thing never stops. It's like gears constantly grinding, like the Roadrunner. It's like those legs just going all the time. I can't stop it. That's why I can't meditate. When I do yoga, I just skip the meditation because I can't do it. I can't quiet the mind. I can't. And I've tried. I've tried for years. I've been doing yoga since I was in my 20s. It's not going to happen. Which is fine. You know, we're all different. So I'm scared and I'm happy it's going to be over. I'm scared that I'm not going to see my gastro as much, but when I see her in June, I will bring it up. I say, although I feel anxiety coming here because you were the one, and I've told her this before, I've always been completely honest with her. You were the one that found it. You were the first one to say cirrhosis. You were the first one to notice my jaundice. So I am afraid of her, but I'm not. I trust her. I don't want to stop seeing her. I don't want to just rely on my PCP because I need more than just old school. I need new and old. You know, I have UCLA, and I feel like he has connections to UCLA, my PCP. So that's good. And I feel like my gastro has connections to UCLA, and that's good. So I have, on one hand, the big guy, you know, the transplant program, UCLA, they're watching me. And then my gastro, who started the whole thing and who is taking good care of me. And then my PCP, who has the knowledge and experience on just about everything else. So with those three in my corner, I think I feel a little less anxious about it. I think my anxiety was more about not seeing my gastro anymore, which is silly because she did say she was going to follow me through the whole process. But emotions are hard to tame. You can't just, like, decide not to feel a certain way and then you don't feel that way. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to feel this way until it's over tomorrow. It looks like I'll be done by, like, 2:30 tomorrow. I'm probably home by 4, maybe 5, depending on if we get something to eat. So, it'll be okay. And then I have to worry about the test results. But so far, they've all been good, except for, you know, the liver stuff, the stuff that you'd expect to be bad. I haven't gotten anything unexpectedly bad, just like the weird valley fever. Otherwise, everything is good. So let's hope that continues with the heart, because the heart is as important as the liver and the brain. Those are, like, the three most important. I think the brain is the most important, but the liver's a very close second. And the heart and the liver are the same. You know. Anyway, I'm not going to... I've got 15 seconds, so I will wrap it up for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, and I will talk to you soon.